What are changelings in fairy lore? Have you ever wondered about the mysterious beings known as changelings in fairy lore? These fascinating figures come from European fairy folklore and are believed to be fairy or elf children. According to these stories, fairies would secretly swap a healthy human baby with a changeling. The changeling is often described as a sickly, deformed, or behaviorally unusual child. This substitution was a way to explain why some children had unexplained illnesses or developmental challenges. From a cultural anthropology viewpoint, the belief in changelings served important social and psychological roles. In times when medical knowledge was limited, these myths provided explanations for infant illnesses or developmental disorders. Parents could emotionally distance themselves from a child who seemed different or problematic. Sadly, this sometimes led to neglect or even abuse of the child perceived as a changeling. Different regions had their own unique variations of changeling lore. For instance, in medieval Scandinavia, trolls were said to prefer raising human children. They would only abduct unbaptized infants, as baptism was thought to protect against fairy abduction. In Scottish folklore, changelings were sometimes linked to supernatural bargains or debts to hell. A child born with a caul, a membrane covering the face, was often believed to be a changeling destined for a short life. Fairies were thought to desire certain human traits, such as beauty or reflective qualities like blonde hair or blue eyes. This made some children more likely targets for abduction. Some tales suggested that fairies needed human breast milk to nourish their own offspring. This led to stories where human mothers were taken to nurse fairy babies, or changelings were left in their place. Anthropologically, changeling myths may also reflected historical encounters with marginalized groups. Some scholars propose that fairies symbolize hidden or displaced peoples who swapped their sickly children with healthier human infants to survive. Interestingly, the changeling narrative parallels biological phenomena like brood parasitism in birds. In this behavior, species such as cuckoos lay their eggs in other birds' nests, leaving the host to raise the imposter chick. This natural strategy may have inspired changeling stories by providing a relatable analogy for substitution and deception in child rearing. In summary, changelings in fairy lore are supernatural substitutes left by fairies or similar beings in place of human children. These beliefs reflected broader themes in magic, witchcraft, and social coping mechanisms within traditional European societies.